Well, hello all you fine people out there in YouTube land. This is the NRA Man Forever, and in this installment of the Principles of Self-Defense video, we are going to talk about training, proficiency. The first thing that you're going to need, obviously, aside from a rifle, aside from knowledge of local laws pertaining to storage, transportation, and use of a firearm in a self-defense scenario, and of course the warrior mindset, is the ability and the desire to train and practice with your rifle or your shotgun. Now, I'm going to show you guys a couple of examples of the two guns that I use most, or excuse me, the three guns that I use most when I am out and about and I have a firearm with me. It's usually one of these three or a combination of the three. So, alright, so my three go-to guns. Single action 22 Magnum revolver. Now I know a lot of people are thinking, they're going to be watching this going, what? Are you nuts? A single action 22 Magnum? There's a reason behind it. If I were to get into an altercation and this was taken from me, it's a 22 Magnum and it's a single action, which means a lot of the crooks out there, they're not that gun savvy. They may act like it, but aside from knowing how to load most revolvers, pretty much any semi-auto handgun, a shotgun, or like an AR-15 or an AK-47, they're not that gun savvy. They don't know how to, most of them, that's the key word, most of them don't know how to work on guns. They don't know how to operate them and use them to their full potential. So if this were ever to be taken from me in a fight, the average criminal, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to take it and they're going to do this, which is going to give me enough time to get away, get it back, or take cover, or grab one of my other options if I have one or both of them with me. Option number 2. My trusty Marlin 60. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know this is my standard, above all, first choice go-to gun. Yes, it's a 22. But it's semi-automatic, it's accurate as hell, it is perfectly set up for any and all situations I could encounter realistically in a self-defense type scenario, should I need to use deadly force. I'm not going to go through all the features because I've listed the features in that rifle on several different videos, so if you're curious, just check out some of my other videos. Option number 3. Good old-fashioned pump-action shotgun. Now this isn't a tactical shotgun, nor does it have the extended magazine for increased capacity, but it's still a shotgun and it'll still do a lot of damage up close and personal. It's a 20 gauge, but it'll still do a shitload of damage. It has a shorter barrel, which makes it more well suited to a self-defense scenario than, you know, a regular sporting shotgun. In fact, if you sit it next to my 22, it's only a couple of inches longer from the barrel. From the butt to the barrel, the barrel's only a couple inches longer. So it's pretty much, minus the extended magazine and synthetic stock, it's pretty much already an ideal self-defense shotgun. Now, having the right guns, as I said, it doesn't stop there. You need to have a firearm that you're comfortable with, that you can operate, and doesn't scare you. You also need to have a weapon that you are willing to go out, hit the range, or hit your lease, wherever it is you can shoot and target practice, and do so on a regular basis. You need to be able to know how to clear a jam in a semi-automatic rifle, shotgun, or pistol. You need to know how to load your handgun, your rifle, whatever, as fast and as efficiently as possible. You need to have extra ammunition on you that you carry with you when you have the gun. That way, if you run the gun dry in a self-defense situation, you have extra ammo and you're not a sitting duck with a fancy beating stick. You need to be able to look at a situation and make that split second decision whether it's best to get the hell out, not even bother with pulling a gun out and possibly risking your life if you don't necessarily have to, when to pull your gun, when to shoot it, and if there's an issue, how to correct that issue right there in the heat of the moment. You need to be able to know the difference between concealment and cover. You need to know where the nearest... I'll give you an example. Every time me and my wife, or me and my family, or whoever I'm with, go out to a restaurant, the first thing I do is I take a quick scan around to see where all the exits are. And throughout the course of the meal, or if it's a movie theater, throughout the movie, whatever, I will take a quick scan to see which exit is closest and offers the path of least resistance. You may find that in certain situations, if you do have to get the hell out and you're not able to defend yourself and pull the weapon, the exit that's the farthest away may offer the path of least resistance because everybody else is rushing for the closest one. You need to be able to take that information, analyze it, and be subtle about it. In parking lots, you've got to keep a constant eye open for any and all developing threats. And it doesn't begin and end at the gun store. It begins well before the gun store, and it doesn't end until the day you're in the ground, or you decide to stop carrying a weapon for self-defense. It is a constant 24/7, 365-day-a-year experience. It's demanding, but it's necessary if you are going to observe the warrior tenet to get home alive. Vigilance is key. Proficiency with your weapons are key. And I'm not sure when the hell I'm going to be able to get around to it, but here pretty soon I'm going to go through some drills, and those videos should be up here hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so. This is the NRA Man Forever, reminding you that united we stand, divided we will fall. Join the NRA. And since I have them out, for the gun grabbers out there, from my cold dead hands, bitches.